What's up, metalheads, and welcome to a brand new edition of Bleeding Priest Bay Area Metal Spotlight. And for this one, I'm going to be covering a band that's a huge part of my history, musical history and personal history. And this band creeps back into my life every few years from time to time. And the band is Old Grandad. And this right here is a reissue of our first album that came out in 1995, Volume 666, and our first EP, OGD EP, which came out in 97. And this reissue came out on Hectic Metal, and you can get your copy of it at hectic.com. There are plenty of copies still available. I have fond memories making this album and being in this band. It was great times. We were going strong from like mid-94 to about 2000. And then we went on a hiatus for a year or so, 2 years. And then we put out a few more albums, and it's been back and forth with the hiatuses since then. And when this album came out, we were an active band playing all the time. And this was a very fun album to record. We recorded it in Menlo Park with Guy Higby, who recorded all of our albums, all 5 of our albums he's done. And we did it at his house. He had a studio in his basement, or in his downstairs, I should say. And yeah, it was really quick and really easy. Not too many overdubs or too much production involved. It's pretty raw recording. What you hear is actually what happened. And what can I say? We were all pretty green at being lead vocalists for this record. I had never really done much lead vocals. I never did any of the lead vocals in my previous bands, just backup vocals here or there, or at rehearsal, like a Warfare DC rehearsal. If we didn't have any vocals or lyrics for a song, I would just kind of mushmouth something into the lyrics into the mic while I was playing, just to get a point of reference where the vocals should land, and just to help to craft the song. But as far as playing live and actually recording vocals, I had never really done it before, and neither had Eric or Max. I'm not sure about Max. Maybe he sang lead in his previous band, Shagwagon. I'm not too sure about that. But we were all pretty green with that. And you could tell by our vocal performances on this album, especially Max. I remember when Max was doing the vocals for the song Don't Call Me a Deadhead. The song starts off with his voice, like, don't call me a fucking deadhead. But when he was tracking it, he would start too early and go, don't call me. It was so funny to watch and hear. And he did it a couple of times before one of us was like, hey, dude, just shorten it and just go, don't, I wish there was a recording of that because it was pretty entertaining. But I do love this album, and it was received really well, surprisingly, back in the day in like 95, 96. There wasn't much going on in the San Francisco metal scene when this album came out, so it was just the right timing. I think if this came out today, I'm not quite sure what the reaction would be to this record, or to the band for that matter. But anyways, yeah, I think people were starving for something different and heavy stuff again, and we just came out right at the right time. And we played a ridiculous amount of shows during this era. Like, we were playing sometimes 3 times a week in San Francisco. We weren't even going abroad, just playing like a couple weeknight shows and then a weekend gig. And yeah, it was wild times, a lot of fun, a lot of drugs. And I think that this album turned out great for as primitive of a recording it is, and how simple and quick and easy it was. It sounds great. It still holds up. I think the drums sound cool. I used my brother's drum set, a CB700, I think it was. No, it was called an MX1000. I don't know what the fuck that is. I've never seen an MX1000 drum set prior or since then, But it worked, It was a 4-piece little kit. We just threw it together, set it up, and mic'd it like in an hour, and I was already tracking. So it was really fun. And so this right here is the EP that followed up the first full-length OGD EP, and this one was a bit more of an involved process. I used my Tama kit for this recording, and we had a shit ton of songs written for this session. So what the end result was, this EP and The Last Upper. We recorded all those songs at the same in one time. At one time, not in one day, but stretched out over a couple of months. We recorded a shit ton of songs, and it was too much for one full length. So we decided to put out this EP first, and we just picked the 5 songs we thought were the strongest for an EP. And then the rest of the recordings became The Last Upper in 1999, which was kind of difficult sitting on songs for that many years. And we didn't really write too much stuff because we had so much material recorded at that time. So it was a little frustrating just waiting for these other songs to come out so we could finally write new songs or record new songs, So that may have been one of the straws that broke the camel's back. A lot of factors played into the reason why we went on hiatus in 2000. But I love this EP. I think as far as of all of our releases, this is the most consistent of like all the songs like linking into each other, and just the flow of the release. I think it's the most consistent of all of our albums, and so it's not my favorite, but I think all the songs work the best together. All 5 songs kind of flow into each other perfectly, and really strong. This was received really well. Also, I think we won like a Bay Guardian Award for this recording, or around this time when this recording came out. So again, we were playing shit tons of shows, and I used a piccolo snare on this recording and for The Last Upper, and when I hear it now, I wonder why I did that. It doesn't hold up. Piccolo snares have kind of been swept under the rug, at least in metal. But in '97, they were pretty fucking popular. They were all over the place, and I followed suit. I love the crack and the attack, but let's face it, I hit the snare drum hard enough where I don't need a piccolo snare just to add to it, So, I'm super proud of both of these recordings and both of these albums, and if you're not familiar with them, like I said, go to hectic.com and pick your copy up today, like right now. But it's cool packaging, all the lyrics and everything on the inside, and fun times. So check it out. I'll see you next week. Goodbye.